I'm DJ Fan from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Claw, Hammers, and Footstools. You've tuned in, turned on to the right place. The home of the hits and the happenings here on YouTube. Hey, you've made it to the rock and roll sanctuary. The place you've always looked for, the place you've always searched for and dreamed about in a rock and roll fashion. Okay, so what do we have in a rock and roll fashion going on here, now? The endless now. The now share, that little segment, that little piece, that little sliver of the now that we share to really get down and grok some rock. You ready to grok? I grok. Everybody groks. Okay, so we got ourselves a little industrial excursion, a trip to the factories, a day trip to the factories for a little band called BAILTERSPACE, and 1994's Vortura album brings us the song Projects, and that will be first out of two. Then we're going to go to the Whammo album from a year later, 1995, and the song is Zapped. Hey, you ever remember that cheesy telekinetic teen sex comedy Zapped, I believe, with Scott Bio from Charles in Charge, but I always think of him as Chachi from Happy Days. Anyhow, I got off on a little tangent now, didn't I? BAILTERSPACE is the name of the band. Vortura is the name of this album that Projects comes from. BAILTERSPACE, Projects. combination of metal, hard rock, and industrial sounds. I could actually hear that that riff in the 2000s. This is from 1995, 94, 95. I could hear that riff, or a very similar riff, played by bands like Rob Zombie, you know, in the 2000s. So, yeah, you can see where the precedence for some of this stuff is. Hey, this is from the very next year, 1995, from the Whammo album, BAILTERSPACE, and the song is Zapped. Thanks, Scott Bio. Get zapped. I don't want to get zapped. Hey, calm down now. This is Shivers, not Scanners. That was BAILTERSPACE with Projects followed by Zap, 1994 and 1995 respectively. I'm DJ Fan from Fairbanks, Alaska. This is Axes, Picks, Claw Hammers, and Footstools. Bringing you straight to the factory floor. Axes, Picks, Claw Hammers, and Footstools is not afraid of all of the myriad subgenres of rock and roll and approaches all of them in a spirit of adventure. Axes, Picks, Claw Hammers, and Footstools is your friend.